Hey, working on this doll. Almost done. Thread the needle. Pick another card. I'm gonna try to do 3 more videos. Well, this is the second video. I'm gonna try to do 2 more videos after this to make up for not doing 2 videos yesterday. Almost there. The deck is getting so thin. Second card, 3 of Swords. Now, I just pulled 5 of Pentacles, and strangely, when I was picking cards at random, I wasn't picking like cards like these, like 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and they're kind of like bad cards in the deck. Like, even though people like Scared of Death and the Towers, I think those are like cards of breaking down old systems and building up new ideas and like rebirth. But 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords to me is very much like it is bad, like a bad situation. But I could be wrong, or just like maybe it's about like just seeing where you are and like, or like a heads up or something. But 3 of Swords usually is about heartbreak, deceit, lies, betrayal. And so though 5 of Pentacles, while I was like trying to review it, they were saying that was a card that people don't like to pull up in a reading, which I can get, but this is one that I really don't resonate with, because I would try to avoid like heartbreak and stuff, but it happens. So we'll see. I'm gonna look up more meanings to the 3 of Swords. Okay. So yeah, a loss of a relationship, possibly a death, or just deeply in sorrow. So yeah, I think when I was randomly picking cards, the reason why this wasn't coming up because it wasn't something that's going on right now in my life. Not to say it hasn't never gone on and that it would never, but when I was randomly picking cards, a lot of them were about traveling and like going to the next place, or being having the ability to be able to go to the next place. But I'm gonna look up more meanings, like not to get too far off topic. But the reason why I don't think I pulled this because it's just not what's going on right now. So that's good, I guess. Okay, so it stresses that this is mental. So it could be more so what's going on in your head, but it also could be something going on in your relationship. And just because it's mental, and then number 3, it speaks of like creativity. So coming up with creative ideas to combat whatever's going on. If it is something going on in your relationship that you need to speak to your partner about it, like bring it, like, you know, work it out with your partner. That it doesn't mean that it will like necessarily end, but if there is a problem, you should take it up with them. But also just could be a lot that's going on in your head, and because it is mental. Swords is the mental, and I'm gonna look up more stuff. Okay, so it's saying like it usually it is worse than what it seems, but like just grief that you think won't go away, and existential dread or existential crisis. It could mean a love triangle, and look up some more stuff. Pain, suffering, sorrow. Okay, so Three of Swords. So reverse, it could mean like you're coming out of all of that pain that you've experienced. But thinking back on times where I've felt this way and went through certain situations that were very painful, knowing, well, after it passed, I realized it was something I had to go through. When I was younger, like a teenager, I felt like I knew everything and that I wouldn't be thrust into certain situations, but it happens. You know, you get put in these situations and you have to, you know, react, and you know, and sometimes you don't make the best decisions. Sometimes you purposely don't make the best decisions, you know. Sometimes you just do foolish things. But when it's like, even when you're even being led by your head or your emotions or your passions, or just things of like, you know, I don't know, you just make bad decisions sometimes, and you find yourself in certain situations and it becomes really painful. But after you get out of it, hopefully the lesson is learned. Hopefully you be like, I'll never be put back in that type of situation again. So I think that is like the good thing about heartbreak and pain, is that it teaches you lessons, and life isn't always, you know, sunshine and rainbows. And you try to make it that way. You try to make things happy all the time, but it's not. And like I said, sometimes you just find yourself in really tough situations, and you go through like all these things, and then hopefully you learn your lesson. So that is the good side of it. I feel like if I could look back and think like, oh, this is really good that I'm going through this painful thing, because it'll teach me a lesson. But it tend not to be that way. You tend to just focus on all the pain and not really see like the lesson that's being learned until it's past, and then you be like, wow, I really learned my lesson that time, and that I thought I knew and had everything figured out, but that goes to show you like you don't. And so anyway, I hope that helps. Have a good one.